When Brian's came, he came on a Friday night, and we put on a reception for him.
The songs that we sang that night, it was people saying this is who we are and this is what we're about.
It was a vibrant community. I would never have imagined that 24 hours later those people would be dead.
Everything up to that point was good. Everybody was thrilled that Brian was thrilled. He just kind of praised us.
I think that all of you know that I'm here to find out more about questions that have been raised about your operation here. But I can tell you right now that from the few conversations I've had with some of the folks here already this evening, that whatever the comments are, there are some people here who believe that this is the best thing that ever happened to them in their whole life.
That response to him was spontaneous, it was loud, it was emotional. What I was feeling was, this is an opportunity that I can vocalize how much I believe in what we are doing here. The reporter next to me said, I've never felt anything like this before, and I said, because you haven't felt anything like this before. I actually felt pretty good overall. This went probably as well as it possibly could go so far.
When Congressman Ryan came, I wanted to pass him a note. It said, help us get out of Jonestown. When one of the reporters was walking around towards the edge of the pavilion, I stuck the note in a fold of his arm, and it fell to the ground. And so I picked up the note and I gave it back to him. I said, you dropped something. And this little boy, about 9 years old, started saying, he passed a note, he passed a note.
Don Harris, who was the NBC reporter, came up to me and Congressman Ryan and handed us these two notes from people that wanted to leave. So at that point, we knew that something was very, very wrong.
I was like the first to rise up the following morning. It was a bright, sunny day, but it was a dark day. It just didn't feel right.
We were there supposed to interview some of the family members to ask them why they cannot leave.
Are you happy here?
Oh, I should say I am. I've never been any happier in my life.
You want to stay?
Definitely. I certainly do.
Some people have said they couldn't leave if they wanted to. Do you think you could?
Yeah, if I really wanted to, I'm free to go. If I was really wanted to, I'll be able to free to go. Well, I believe it. I've been here a few days, and I have absolutely no complaints at all. It is really nice here. It is really nice, and I'll be leaving in a couple of weeks, and they could come with me, but they said they didn't want to come.
Literally out of nowhere, the storm came blowing in. The sky turned black, the wind came up, and it just torrential rain. But what I personally felt was that evil itself blew into Jonestown. It was about 11:30 in the morning. Edith Parks walked up to Jackie Spear and said, "I'm being held prisoner here. I want to go home."
Now, do I both understand you to say that you both want to leave Jonestown on this date, November 18th, 1978?
Yeah. Immediately, the whole vibe changed. I mean, just reporters said, we got our story. You know, the story here is happening right now.
Jim Jones came to talk to me. And the first thing he said was, don't say anything to the reporters. They're all liars. The last words I heard from Jim Jones was, I just want you to know that you can come back to Jonestown and visit your son anytime you want.
Last night, someone came and passed me this note.
He's the one that I'm just talking about. Yeah, this is the man I want to leave his son here.
Doesn't it concern you, though, that this man, for whatever reason, one of the people in your group...
People play games, friend. They lie. What can I do about lies? Are you people going to leave us? I just beg you, please leave us. Bill, we will bother nobody. Anybody wants to get out of here can get out of here. We have no problem about getting out of here. They come and go all the time. I don't know what kind of game. People like people like publicity. Some people do. I don't. But some people like publicity. But if it's so damn bad, why is he leaving his son here? Can you give me a good reason for that?
When word got out that people were leaving, all hell broke out.
You bring those kids back here! Hold on. You bring them back! One second. Don't you touch my kids!
More people wanted to leave. And then Jim Jones started to make pleas to people saying, you can't leave. You're my people. Why do you want to leave? It was an emotional roller coaster for everyone there.
Don't you touch my kids! Mother! Wait, I'm taking my kids! No!
Jones was in the pavilion. At one point, he said, well, of course you can go if you want. But clearly that was not the message. The message was, you are betraying me.
I went and I spoke to the congressman in the pavilion. I told him, you are in extreme danger. You need to leave. And he said, you don't have anything to worry about. He says, you have the Congressional Shield of Protection around you. And I just looked at him like he was totally insane.
Congressman Ryan is directly across from me, and I saw this Templo member walk up behind him, and he was actually crying and shaking. And all of a sudden, he pulled out this knife and said, all right, motherfucker, you're gonna die. We all jumped on him, and there were just screams of horror everywhere.
We heard this great uproar in the pavilion, and the truck stopped. Shortly thereafter, Congressman Ryan starts walking out in this blood-stained shirt.
Those of us in the news media viewed Congressman Ryan as a form of protection, a shield of the United States. What happened there in those few moments made it clear that nobody was safe.
I went back to my cottage. All I wanted to do was see my wife and my son. Gloria and I were laid down on the cot, and we just held each other. And I said, you know, I think we may all die. And she said, she kind of looked at me, and then she looked down at our son, who was playing on the floor with the toy, and she said, you're scaring him. I had literally opened my mouth to say, we need to leave, when there was an announcement on the loudspeaker, will everybody report to the pavilion for a meeting?
We drove back to the airstrip, Port Katoomba. All of a sudden, we saw a dump truck from far away arriving to this airstrip. We realized these people catch up from the people from Jim Jones. They're very close lieutenant to Jim Jones. These three guys, they get off the truck, walk around this area as though they were looking for somebody. They looked in people's faces, they stared at us for a little bit, but they didn't say one word, didn't ask anything. Right away, they walked back to the truck. They drove this truck all the way across the airstrip and stopped